Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as King Alexander of Scotland. In our last episode, we finished conquering Munster down here and then quickly revoked back the county which we had granted to our claimant, and we also declared war on Tir Owen here for our own fabricated claim. And we are obviously doing okay there. We've beaten their army a couple of times and we're in the process of sieging. In fact, we'll probably follow their army and try to fight it once or twice again, or however many times it takes to wipe it out. This reminds me though, I never actually checked after the conquest of Munster how much infamy we got from that. It is already back down to 0, so we're still decaying at a reasonable rate there, but we got 5.7% for that, which is a fairly significant amount. I'm not sure what the ruler of Munster minus 0.27% is. Maybe it's because she was a legitimate claimant or something. And we actually picked up a little as well for the peaceful vassalization of the counts that we offered vassalization to, which is worth noting, but we haven't run into any major infamy problems yet anyway. And in fact, I believe they are going to be the developers, are going to be changing the infamy mechanics in a future update pretty soon, so perhaps we shouldn't get too concerned about the current implementation anyway. So yes, let's unpause. Chase the army, continue our siege. They are headed to York. And speaking of York in England, that is something else we should probably do, which is to consider trying to get a non-aggression pact back with England. I think by the time we've conquered Ireland and some role of Wales, we'll be just about strong enough probably to stand toe-to-toe with England in a war. But for now, if we can get a bit of protection from them, that would be good. So this is our courtier Alfrica of Argyll, who is haughty and willful, which could lend itself to a martial education. I guess haughty doesn't really have any positive effect anywhere. Negative effect on stewardship, so I guess we'll get her a martial education. Though we're not going to be able to put that to too much use when she comes of age, I think. My wife is pregnant, okay. And I think the Shattered Retreat mechanics are another one that are up for revision in the near future, but I haven't had too much trouble with them so far. We are out of supply range here, so maybe we'll just leave the army alone at this point and retreat back to our lands. It's not like 100 or so troops are going to cause us too much trouble. Alright, we have faster levy reinforcements. Oh, and we have Norway over here to help us out, which is nice of them, but not necessary, really. Let's just disband this half of the army, I think. Since it'll just take a siege or two here to get us the victory. We're possibly getting ticking war score against us at this point. Not yet. But we probably would soon if we weren't about to finish the siege. Okay, our niece also needs an education focus. She is just willful, which I guess means we are incentivized to choose a martial education for her. I guess we should probably just choose something different though. Not diplomacy. We'll get her stewardship, at least she doesn't have haughty, so there's no negative effect there. Let's just take a look at England and see if he has any eligible relatives. There's a sister that's already married. His eldest son and heir, presumably, is not betrothed. So yes, we do have our 12-year-old niece. I think we'll arrange this betrothal. I believe that a niece will give us a non-aggression pact, but it possibly just doesn't show it in the betrothal screen. We'll find out when it happens. He won't even accept anyway. Political concerns, I see. Perhaps he's starting to see us as a threat and doesn't want us to actually have a non-aggression pact. That doesn't really make sense. If he sees us as a threat, surely he'd want us to not attack him. Anyway, I guess I'll just try to make sure that we maintain alliances with other people so that they can help us against England. We have, well, they have 12k, we have not as many, 8.5. But with the help of Norway, we have him about equal. Maybe we should just try to maintain a decent war chest so that we can raise mercenaries if we need to. Alright, we're at 100%, we can enforce demands. Which does give us the ability to create the Duchy of Ulster. Which we might do, but we can do that at any time. Oh, and we've inherited the war with Argila. This is their claim on Tyrone. Okay, we shouldn't have disbanded troops then, but we do still have Norway here to help us out, so that's good. I guess we'll just go and fight them. What do we get for enforcing demands here? We get 132 gold, which is pretty decent. Even 100 prestige from the White Peace would be welcome. We aren't yet at 2000 prestige, which I believe is where the opinion bonus caps out, unless they've changed that, which is possible. So I'll hold off on creating the duchy title for the moment. Other things we need to do, we have our claim down in Gwynedd, and I guess we should try to get started as soon as possible on moving the capital into the Duchy of Albany, which means we need to revoke the Duchy of Albany, which means we need the intrigue focus. So I don't like losing the +1 health here, but I think we'll just go ahead and get this started. This means we want to spy on Duke Malcolm the Usurper here. We will keep a very close eye on the activities of Duke Malcolm. Hopefully discover what secrets he's hiding. So 30% from that battle, I assume we could probably get a white piece at this point. No? Okay. We'll just sit here and siege then. The Knights Templar, a new Christian military order, has been founded by a small group of wealthy knights, the poor fellow soldiers of Christ of the Temple of Solomon, or the Knights Templar for short, have sworn to protect pilgrims travelling through the Holy Land. The Catholic Church fully endorses the order, and this will allow pious Catholic rulers to call on their aid, though they will only fight against heretics and infidels. Okay. And we had a daughter, Edith, who is quick. Is pretty good. This also reminds me, I think we changed our vote to our son Prince Alexander, but everyone else is favouring our brother Waldev instead. I think this is just one of the quirks of Tanistry. Vassals will tend to favour older members from other branches of the family, so this is why our older brother is getting preference over our younger son. I guess we could try to select our nephew instead. He's at least younger than our brother Wallan. He is unhappy about the succession law change, and he's ambitious. So possibly selecting him will make him considerably happier, we'll see. He still has the -25 from ambitious, but +25 from chosen successor now. We'll see how people vote. And I suppose we actually don't have any levies raised right now, so we could go ahead and declare our claim on Gwynedd. So they have 3,500, we can easily handle that. Do they have any allies? Only non-aggression pacts? I guess they could potentially upgrade these to alliances. The only one we need to be concerned about is the Earl of Lyon and Dublin, who has another 2.5k. I think even if he came in with all of his troops, we could still handle them effectively, especially since Norway is over here helping us out with a few thousand. So I think we'll probably just go ahead and declare. Now we can also press claims for our vassals. I guess the reason that we would potentially delay this is that we can we would still be able to fabricate a second claim and press them both simultaneously. But I don't think that's enough reason to wait. You do have to make sure that the council's on board though, which they just about are. Now the mayor of Penrith has become a malcontent, which is unfortunate. He is 75 years old though, so he's probably not going to be a malcontent or on the council or alive much longer. So that's pretty good. We'll just try to appoint somebody better when he dies. So we will have Norway coming in, nobody on their side. Let's do it, I suppose. I guess maybe the opinion penalty is a good reason to wait, but hopefully we'll be able to get this over with pretty quickly. Actually, never mind, we don't want to select the army that is sieging there. We do actually want to be concerned about the army from Argila, which is trying to snipe my troops in Man. So we'll just be a little bit safer here. We'll have these ones meet up on top of our other army, and I think the rest of us are going to be safe. Not having much luck spying on Duke Malcolm. Nope, we'll keep trying. Our courtier needs an education focus. She's an idolizer and haughty, which means I think that learning is going to be the best choice there. We have a new pope. And is Norway bringing more troops over, perhaps? He is, great. Okay, so 7,000 here should be enough to take on Gwynedd. Argila is actually sieging us over here, which is unfortunate. Alright, so this is hills, but I think our numbers advantage is enough that we'll be pretty safe here. No river crossing. We will put our best commanders in charge, of course, including the divinely inspired Matad here with his 28th Marshal. 26th, and he's going to get out on the 29th, so we will catch him. And that's already up to 46%. So I think we'll just stay here and siege for the moment. Let his army retreat and maybe fight it when it comes back. Okay, we want to siege up here. This would definitely allow us to get a white piece, I assume. And it's down to 84 gold if we win, which seems less worth it. I think we might just take the white piece at this point, just to get out of this war. Alright, and then we'll use this army to go and fight the army from Gwynedd, which is in the plains in Cumberland, and I'm assuming there's no river crossing to Teviotdale, which there is not. Okay, not sure why we're hearing about this non-aggression pact. Is this guy imprisoned by us? He is, okay. I guess that's why. Let's try to ransom him, now that we're reminded that he exists. Maybe any other valuable prisoners we have? No landed prisoners, anyway. Oh, and Duke Malcolm of Galloway has died. of depression. He's no longer our steward. So now we have another Duke Malcolm of Galloway who's angry he's not on the council. He's a really good character, actually. Ambitious and quick. So we have dangerous factions for increased council power. I guess, is this Malcolm? This is Malcolm of Albany. And he's also in this faction. I see. So we have our vassal Duchess of Munster who isn't on the council. And Malcolm the Usurper, who we've declined to put on the council, and together they constitute a powerful faction. So, could consider appointing Malcolm of Albany, which would get him out of that, but we are planning to try to revoke his title as soon as possible, so maybe it doesn't matter that much. He would be a really good steward, though. I guess that's something we should maybe consider. Alright, we'll put him on the council for now. Sorry, other Malcolm. Maybe we can appoint the other Malcolm somewhere else. He would be a good marshal. Not actually as good as our current duke, though. What else is he good at? We can't appoint him as chaplain. Well, I guess we'll just have to leave him off the council for the moment. We could appoint him as advisor, probably. Not sure if we have an advisor right now. We do, okay. I think this was the mayor that had become a discontent, or a malcontent. But maybe he's changed back to pragmatist, which is okay by me. So maybe we can just get Malcolm out of the faction with that opinion increase. Actually, never mind, he won't be in the faction anyway because he's on the council. So maybe once we take his duchy title, we can appoint the other Malcolm to the council instead. Speaking of other Malcolm, he's founded his own faction, but he's less powerful than Albany, so he shouldn't be dangerous all by himself. 25% is not too much. I've learned from my little birds that Duke Malcolm plans to travel the realm incognito for a lark, mingling with the common folk. He will only be protected by 2 loyal friends during this little adventure. A great opportunity to have him abducted, if I so wished. Does abducting him help us? If we have him in prison, we can revoke a title from him, assuming the council approves. We do have the relevant laws to be able to revoke a title. But that would be tyrannical if we don't have a reason for it, which I don't really want to do. So I think we have no reason to do that. We'd rather gain some reason to arrest him and try to arrest him like that and have him rebel against us, and that would give us cause to revoke his title. So we'll say no. As fun as it might be. Alright, we get extra troop reinforcements. And our siege there has gotten us to 71%. I found out nothing new and useful about the Duke of Albany, but as my shady informant pointed out, there is nothing preventing me from making stuff up. An imaginary friend called Bappo. Just gives him lower general opinion, but doesn't give us any reason to arrest him, so I guess we'll decline to do that as well for the moment. Have a host army wandering around here. Are they fighting somebody or just raiding? Oh, they're attacking England, I see. Well, with only 2,600 troops, I don't like their chances, but I wish them luck. We'll try to fight the Gwynedd army here if we can. Well, it looks like they are defeated already, so they didn't have enough luck. Alright, 82%, so one more siege here maybe? Not quite, up to 97%. Yeah, we'll keep spying on Duke Malcolm. Our courtier here has finished her education in the ways of intrigue. She was our prisoner, actually. She's attained a masterful level of knowledge, which I guess is good for her. Maybe we should keep her in prison. She sounds like a dangerous character. We can't ransom her. Unless I'm blind. We'll just keep her in prison then, I suppose. Alright, let's fight one more battle against the Gwynedd army in the hopes that that will get us 3% war score. And we can end this war a little sooner. Oh, and we have another new pope. Oh, is this the anti-pope? Yes, I guess so. And it was worth over 3%, so we can end this right now. Alright. So we gained this title, we're over our domain limit, so we'll need to grant it out to somebody else, but I think we'll take care of that in the next episode because we were just about out of time for this one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.